Hello, strong shorties. Oh, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea, and I am a personal coach, a nutritional coach, and also a formal physical therapy assistant. My channel is dedicated for short women to help them achieve the physique of their dreams without having them fall into toxic dieting culture. In today's video, I'm going to explain how I achieved my leanest physique to date while being in my 30s. I just recently celebrated my 35th birthday in July. I really wanted to make this video because I know a lot of women struggle as they age to lose fat. I want to show you that it is possible if you have the right formula, which is imperative as we age for petite women who are looking to lose body fat. I'm not selling you snake oil here. This is not about skinny teas, detoxes, or even cutting out sugars and seed oils. It's a plan that asks you to change your habits and redirect your focus away from fad diets that don't work, exercise fads that don't work. Okay, a common theme for weight loss is that it gets harder as you get older because your metabolism changes. I'm sure you've heard people say that your metabolism slows down as you get older. So we do have research that demonstrates that your metabolism, once you kind of reach adulthood, it doesn't really budge much until you hit menopause. And research has shown that a drop in estrogen levels reduces your bone density, and that can absolutely affect your metabolism. We also have research from Bill Campbell that recently came out stating that women actually do experience a redistribution of their fat towards their midsection. So menopause definitely does have its effects, and you can still combat these effects mainly by maintaining bone density as you are aging through strength training and resistance training. For the rest of us, it is not eating specific individual ingredients and claiming them to have false properties of boosting your metabolism. No food really boosts your metabolism outside of protein, because protein literally has the highest TEF. So thermic effect of food, which means your body takes more calories to break down protein than any other macronutrient, so fats or carbohydrates. Sweet potato isn't magically beneficial to your metabolism or your health over a normal yellow potato or over a banana or over a tomato. The health and wellness industry perpetuates the idea of magic foods with magic properties and that you need to eat this one thing to see X result. It's not true. Yes, you will see positive health effects transitioning from a mainly ultra processed and fast food diet to a diet that is based around whole foods mainly. And I do encourage you to do so. But if you are already eating mainly whole food groups, lots of whole grains, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, dairy, nitpicking over whether a banana is better for weight loss or your health or your hormones over strawberry has no real practical significant difference. Metabolism issues are commonly hypothyroidism and PCOS and under eating the macronutrient fat. Yes, your body makes hormones using fats and proteins. And whenever you don't have enough of both of these macronutrients, your body literally can't make hormones. This is going to affect your overall health and can affect your metabolism. Hypothyroidism and PCOS can be treated through medication, and PCOS specifically see beneficial outcomes from eating a carbohydrate-rich diet full of fruits, vegetables, fiber, instead of alcohol and overconsumption of simple, highly processed carbohydrates. If you suspect hypothyroidism or PCOS, you should be consulting with your doctor to get appropriate medication and some lifestyle changes, especially for PCOS. The principles of weight loss remain the same. I know you don't like to hear it. It is true. It is thermodynamics. When your body has too many calories that it doesn't use for fuel, it stores that extra fuel as fat. When you don't have enough fuel for the energy that you are expending, your body wants to break down muscle tissue and fatty tissues to give you that energy. So what happens is that as we actually get older, it's more about looking at your lifestyle changes and not just blaming things on your aging and slowing metabolism. Things that affect your daily habits without maybe you realizing it. Maybe you have become accustomed to having 1 to 2 glasses of wine at dinner. Poor sleep if you're taking care of family members or children, which can lead you to low energy, preventing you from getting in your workouts consistently or reaching for high calorie dense snacky foods, not being able to prepare full meals for yourself, and maybe you're not as active throughout the day because you're tired, or also because you have a desk job. And if those things are working in tandem against you, that is going to bring your total energy output down by quite a bit. So all of these things combined affect your energy input, the calories you're intaking, and your energy output, the calories that you're actually burning. You probably aren't burning as many calories through exercise as you think you are, and you're probably eating more calories than you actually think you are. Even if you are the type of person where you feel like you don't really eat that much throughout the day, your food choices could be very calorie dense so that you are still eating at least at maintenance or maybe in a surplus. So again, maybe you don't have a lot of whole food sources throughout the day, and then you're adding a glass or two of wine for dinner. That's very calorie dense with low nutritional value and satiety. So maybe you feel like you didn't have that much, but the calorie content is still high. Ladies, if you are confused about fat loss, lean bulking, and reverse dieting, and you have struggled to get toned and lean, I have a workout and nutrition program that guides you on all of these things so you can get the body of your dreams without being miserable or costing you your whole wallet. You can sign up the link in the description box below. So, as a short girl, I am 5'1". To get into the best shape of my life thus far, I resistance trained 3 to 4 times a week with a mainly full body program. This allowed me to build and retain muscle mass, which gives me shape and definition. If you want pop and glutes, you have to build muscle there. If you want a beautiful toned back, you have to build muscle there. So, number 2, I combine this with a calorie deficit. If you are not in a calorie deficit, you cannot lose weight, or more importantly, you cannot lose fat. It is not only about eating healthy, avoiding sugars and seed oils. You can eat both and be in a calorie deficit to see weight loss. You can eat both and be in a calorie surplus and experience weight gain. It is not because of the seed oils themselves or the sugar specifically that you can't lose weight. It is because you are not eating in a calorie deficit. So many of you are out there struggling because you don't want to track your calories, even for a short amount of time. You think, if I just eat healthy and exercise a lot, I'll get in shape. Unfortunately, that is not how it works. Your exercise has to match your nutrition periodization. You can easily overeat healthy foods like nuts, peanut butter, oils, butters, cheeses, taking large portions of rice or pasta. Furthermore, if you aren't actually resistance training properly, let's say that you think you need to just drop your weight sessions, up the cardio to lose weight quickly, your body is losing weight by both breaking down muscle tissue and fat tissue. This means the ratio stays relatively equal even as the scale weight is dropping, which means your body is going to come out kind of skinny fat and soft. You're not going to have the hard toned body that you are looking for. That comes from a higher percentage of muscle and a lower percentage of fat, not equal. So that's exactly what we're trying to do here, is we are trying to retain as much muscle as possible through resistance training and a high protein diet so that your body is burning more energy through fat than it is through breaking down muscle. If you are not resistance training, you are not getting in enough protein, your body will absolutely start to break down muscle tissue as it is breaking down fat tissue. So again, you kind of end up with equal levels and you just end up with a soft appearance at a lower weight. And maybe you do fit into a smaller size clothes, but you're still going to be kind of wondering like, well, I still don't look toned. A calorie deficit didn't work for me. That's not necessarily the case. Resistance training and a high protein diet will give you that lean physique that you're working for as you are lowering your body fat. You will have toned arms, toned thighs, a toned belly by reducing your body fat percentage while maintaining resistance training. You might not achieve as low of a weight on the scale as you thought you might, but your physique is going to be way better. So I used my own calculators to determine what kind of realistic calorie deficit would be for me based on my height, weight, muscle mass, fat mass and activity levels. This is included in my monthly workout program for you. Then I weighed and tracked my food in an app to make sure that I was hitting my calorie targets 5 to 6 days a week, and gave myself a break where I was eating maintenance around 1 to 2 days per week. Whenever I started, I also had tracked my step average for about a week, and I boosted my daily step count by 2,000 to give me an extra calorie burn. I followed these 3 principles for 3 to 4 months at a time, and then I would give myself a diet break to recharge both my body and my brain and help prevent my metabolism from downwardly adapting too much, and just to enjoy life, enjoy foods, give myself that mental break from, having to stick to like your super diet foods. Then I would go back into a deficit for another 3 to 4 months. So in total, it actually took me a year and a half of dieting to lose 22 pounds. So you can see on one side, I am 148 pounds here, and then I dieted all the way down to 126 pounds was my lowest. I have the most muscle definition and pop and glutes I've ever had, and definitely achieved like the leanest physique I ever have. I want you guys to look at my weight in this photo where I was around 130 pounds, and look at my physique in this photo where I am 126 pounds. This is essentially the definition of a body recomposition, where in the 130-pound photo, I have a lot more fat mass and a lot lower muscle mass. But in this other photo, I have a way higher muscle mass and lower fat mass. But my body composition is completely different, even though it's only a 4-pound difference. That is the power of muscle, you guys. The reason I don't weigh 110 pounds is because I have built muscle on my frame, and muscle is dense. So a lot of you who think that you're going to be happy at 110 pounds as a petite, you are most likely just under muscled. And what you need to do is focus on building muscle first and then entering into some sort of fat loss phase, instead of just trying to push your metabolism downward and force yourself to eat super low calorie diets until you finally force your body down to 110 pounds, but you still look skinny fat. Now that I am done dieting, I'm going to sit at maintenance for 1 to 2 months, and then I will go into a lean bulking phase through the fall to put on a couple more pounds of muscle, hopefully. Whenever you do that, you do put on some fat at the same time. So I will not maintain this lean of a physique. And then after that period, I will go back into a fat loss phase, diet off some of that fat, and hopefully have gained some muscle in that period and get to a leaner physique with hopefully slightly bigger glutes. That's the plan. Okay, remember, if you are a petite woman and you are confused about when am I supposed to do a fat loss diet, when am I supposed to do lean bulk, when should I do maintenance, when should I do a reverse diet, I help petite women like you figure it out with a workout plan and nutrition strategy education whenever you sign up for that workout plan, so that you understand what you should be doing with your nutrition while working out, so that you can achieve an amazing physique. That link will be in the description box below. And that is it for today. I hope you guys gained some knowledge out of this, and I will catch you in another video.